Hey everybody, welcome to SwJ. Today we're picking up where we left off last time, working on my blanket project. Working on some khaki on denim connections here. Yep, let's carry on, let's get into it. We can get on with the good world news in just a second. So I get myself all set up here. Hope you all are doing good. Hope you're having a good day. If you are, let me know. Shoot me a comment, just let me know how you're doing. If you're someone out there that doesn't have anyone to talk to, doesn't have anyone else to talk to, or just needs someone, just needs a stranger's ear, shoot me a message. Everybody needs somebody sometimes. Should write a song about that. So, good world news today. Starting off with another startup company. I know I've been into those a lot the last little while, but it's a non-profit, so not a real like making millions of dollars company. It's a small non-profit in New Orleans, actually run by some college seniors, and it's called Glass Half Full. And what it is glass recycling. Because this fact I didn't know. I never realized that there are issues with glass recycling, but apparently a lot of glass recycling companies are refusing to take glass now, or a lot of recycling companies are refusing to do glass recycling, I should say. Now the reasons that they give for this is that it's hazardous. Makes sense. And that broken glass will contaminate other recyclable material streams, and when everything else is soft, plastics are soft, styrofoam, everything else is soft, and suddenly you have hard glass mixed in there, your machinery isn't expecting it, it can damage your machinery, and it crushes into plastics, and really contaminates a lot of other recyclables if things do get mixed up. You get a small shard of glass, you can't see it, you miss that going through there, and it'll end up in your recycling, no doubt. So I can understand it. It's crappy. I like the idea of a dedicated glass recycling movement. Glass is, there's so many uses for glass, and you crush it down and you can basically turn it back into sand, and if you heat it you can turn it back into glass. It's an amazing material, and if we can avoid having to mine for sand, you can avoid, anytime we don't have to dig into the earth, it's an improvement. Anytime when we can use something that we already have available to us, above the surface of the earth, because anytime you got to dig something out, you've got machinery, you've got chemicals, you've got explosives, all sorts of things. So, wow, I just derailed my train of thought there. Sorry. I was a chat with a friend earlier, and that conversation popped back into my head. Sorry about that. But yeah, so what this nonprofit is doing with the sand with this glass that they've crushed down, is they make sandbags. Follows. They'll make other glass pieces and then sell that for glass blowers and that sort of thing. Actually, I'm not sure if glass blowing, they didn't mention specifically glass blowing. That might not work, because glass blowing you need very clean glass. Into this other side. And the one thing I thought was very interesting that they use this for, this recycled crushed glass for, is actually restoring shorelines. You know, beaches or, you know, creeks, riverbeds, that sort of thing that have been washed away. They'll actually use this crushed glass material out in nature. So I guess my assumption then is that the crushing process takes away all the sharp edges. So you'd think, you know, I guess it's the same as in erosion anywhere else. You'll have some sharp rocks, you'll have some rounded off rocks from the erosion. I'm sure they've got it figured out. I'm sure they're not just dumping glass into the environment where it will be harmful, especially if it's a recycling initiative. And I'm pretty sure I'm just overthinking it. So yeah, really great non-profit initiative, and this is something that can be done anywhere. If there's no glass recycling in your area, you can start something like this. You know, collect glass from companies, have them bring it to you. If they're interested enough in the recycling, they'll bring it to you, and figure it out from there. If they can use it to restore nature and not damage nature at the same time, that to me is real recycling. So, along the same lines of companies making materials, usable materials out of recyclables that normally can't be recycled. This time going along to the non-recyclable plastics line. There's a company called Byfusion, B-Y-F-U-I-S, whoa, B-Y-F-U-S-I-O-N, Byfusion. Yikes, the spelling is not working today. And they take non-recyclable plastics and they basically make huge Lego blocks for construction. And they'll like pound the plastic together until it actually fuses together. So you'll end up with these huge multicolored, because they don't, well, so far they haven't been separating for colors. But yeah, these massive bricks. And they use it in, you can build anything that you can make out of concrete. They're actually very strong. They're actually stronger than hollow concrete bricks, or blocks, I should say. So I can see that being used everywhere very soon. I saw a picture online somewhere that there was a bridge design and build that from underneath it looked very much like the bottom structure of Lego bricks. So they painted them primary colors, and when you're going underneath this bridge you look up and it looks like it's held together by giant Lego bricks. And well, I guess that's what it's actually going to be. The way the company described it was like Minecraft blocks. If you play Minecraft at all. I never have, but I'm aware of it, so I at least know my own reference this time. I think the biggest thing for me with this plastic recycling process is that it doesn't require any additives. There's no glue, there's no bonding agents, there's no, chemicals added in to help the fusion process take place faster. It's just good old pressure and impact over and over, bang, 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 plastic cube. And the company, as they're set up now, so even if they don't expand, they're set up right now to process 450 tons of plastic per year. And it did sound like there was plans for expansion, so that's pretty good. 450 tons a year. If we can get a few more companies like that going, we might be able to put a dent in things. So if you're thinking about it, it's being done. It's feasible. If it's not being done where you are, glass recycling or plastic recycling, or well, it's non-recyclable plastics, so you can do this. make a difference, get up and go make a difference. I shouldn't say that. Not everybody can just up and go do whatever. It's the change. It's the most important thing that you can do is have a change in your mindset and towards recyclability, renewability, reuse, recycle. You know, the 3 R's since, you know, for years now. Keep those in mind, and that's all you need. You know, you'll change your life if you just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. You will change things, little things here and there. You'll stop throwing garbage out your car window. You'll realize that your barking dog is pollution to other people, and you'll make it stop. Just realize things about people around you that, you know, things that you're doing that you don't realize that you're doing. You know, become more aware of your personal impact on the rest of the world, especially the people around you. Oops. Keep dropping my thread. Ah, it's hooked. It is hooked on my blanket. So, more good world news. There is a new low-cost generic medication website that has been started by billionaire Mark Cuban, and he wants to basically take out all the middlemen between people and their needed medications. So, you know, you get people skipping doses of medication, or not filling prescriptions, or, you know, etc., etc. Not taking their medications, not being as healthy as they could be, which generally makes things worse. So by making their drugs available for more reasonable cost, you can save the world, change people's lives. Change the world, save people's lives. Works both ways. Yeah. Coffee. Thank you. Cheers. wife Sarah bringing up my morning decaf coffee and cookie. Which I very much appreciate. So the company, the website, the low-cost generic drug website, started by Mark Cuban, is called Cost Plus Drugs. And they call it that because they have a flat markup on their products, which is 15%. And if you're a business owner or know anything about economics, 15% is a very, very low markup for a company. Usually you're looking at about multiplying by about 1.6. So if you buy an item for $100, you got to put it on the shelf for $160 just to keep your lights on, just to be able to provide that service. So markups are just massive, and in pharmaceuticals, that's notoriously, disgustingly massive. So to keep pharmaceutical markup at only 15% is basically charity. From a large corporation standpoint. And I guess that's why this is news, because it's basically him just trying to help people out. It does cost a certain amount to make these medications, but it doesn't mean you have to get middleman like crazy. The other things that they're doing to keep the costs down is they're running a cash only, like no credit cards and that sort of thing, so that they don't have that percentage from the credit card company that they have to get dinged for. You keep your markup. That's usually what a lot of markup is covering costs. Even at your times 1.6 there, you're just keeping the lights on, because everything costs money. People, I'm sure some of you out there are thinking, man, 15%, really? No, 60%, man, really, just to keep the lights on. Because businesses get sucked dry. They get the full Dracula action going on them. Like, everybody wants a piece of a business. You have a business, oh, there's money. You must be making money. Oh, I'm gonna get some of your money because you have a business. Like, there's just so much greed out there. But yeah, the cash pay for avoiding that whole system, I think, is a really good idea. Credit card companies make enough money. Banks make enough money. I think we need to go back to a more cash-based society. Everybody just has these cards and they just watch the number on the computer screen. They don't actually see the dollars coming out of their hands. When you go to the bank and you take out your paycheck and you have, $500 bills, and someone wants 2 of them for something, and that's all the money that you have, that's a lot. You don't realize that when it's just electronic number. Cheers. So I think a more cash-based society would actually be very beneficial to everyone. You know, what about spreading disease? No, screw that. Like, yeah, paper handling, yes, it would spread disease more readily, but have it so that you wash your money, you know, like spray it with decontam whatever spray like they're doing everything else, and just use cash. People would be less in trouble with their money. And you know, I read a poem the other day, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I hope that's okay. And I'm sorry for being on my cell phone on my video, but I needed to read something. Bear with me, sorry. Okay. This is a poem by a local, to me, poet. And he says, "Take all your time, lick all the wounds, break shit, create shit, scream at the moon. Just remember that the sun will shine tomorrow for you, for even when it is dark, you are the light in the room." Take all your time, lick all the wounds, break shit, create shit, scream at the moon. Just remember that the sun will shine tomorrow for you, for even when it is dark, you are the light in the room. I'd say the man's a poet, but you know, everybody knows that already. If you want to look him up, he is Brahms the Poet. His Instagram is at Brahms the Poet. It's BROMSTHEPOET at Brahms the Poet. So if you want to check him out, Brother Brahms, good man, spreading the positivity. Very, very talented man with his words. He's also in the music industry for a while. Still performs now and again. But yeah. One more time. Take all your time, lick all the wounds, break shit, create shit, scream at the moon. Just remember that the sun will shine tomorrow for you, for even when it is dark, you are the light in the room. Good words. Well, next time we'll finish up a few little corners and things, and add another piece down here, most likely. Let's have a look at how that turned out. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. A little crooked in the corner here, bunching, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I'll add a strip onto the top next time, and this is getting to almost be a blanket here. I held it up the other day. It's tall as me, and almost wide enough to be acceptable as a blanket. So yeah, t-shirts maybe soon. I do have a pair of jeans I need to do. Cause yeah, it's don't want the jeans to start piling up on me either. But this is a really exciting project. I've wanted to do this for a very long time, and I'm glad you're joining me on the journey. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Till next time. Yeah, keep chilling. You are the light in the room. Don't forget your cookie. Peace.